Hey there everyone, how's it going? Although for some reason there we go. Okay, wondered what had happened there. Thank you very much if you followed over from Ferret's Interference and Chill stream over on our Interference channel. I'm trying to get into the habit of doing a little weekly update as to how Rogue Drones is going, because we always seem to get some fantastic audience feedback, and it's sort of a really good way for us to kind of rapidly prototype things, test them out, and then see what people think. So this week, this is possibly maybe the last time you're going to see some of this art, because I'm very excited that we've actually decided to get someone who knows what they're doing to help us out with some of the art. This logo's going, the UI is going. It's going to be very awesome. It's not quite done yet, but yeah, maybe next week, maybe the week after. Certainly in time for Resd when we go down and show the game off there at the start of April. Exciting times. Hey there, Mixplay Spirit. How are you doing? Basically, Rogue Drones, if you haven't seen this before, is our game that, frankly, we decided to do this after a few beers at Christmas. If you're in the UK or you were watching the news, I don't know if it made international news, but we had all of this trouble at airports in the UK over Christmas, where people were flying drones around and everyone had a panic and shut down the airports. It was a big mess, and we were watching it on Christmas Day after a few beers, and someone said we should make a game about that. And because I have poor impulse control, we kind of did it. And then I accidentally mentioned it in passing on a Discord server, and everyone was like, "Oh my word, that sounds great. When can we play it?" So this happened. Misplaced Boat saying, interested to see the new artwork. It's awesome. All of the sort of UI and logo stuff in here, I've done myself, and I'm a tech guy. I don't have any artistic talent. Our airport stuff here is an asset that we've bought in, but all of the UI and logos here are things that I've done, and frankly, they're a bit pants. But this new stuff, I was almost tempted to show a bit of it off tonight, but I might save it until we have it in the game, because seriously, it looks amazing. But it's been done by the very talented BobDuckNWeave from the Duck Games crew. If you're interested in seeing a little bit of this, then he's actually been designing all of the new art on stream, which is really cool, because we're getting it in front of a load of people to get some feedback. Here we go. Ferret's just posted a link there. BobDuckNWeave on Mixer. If you look at his past streams, there's some video on demand that you can replay there to watch him actually doing it. So we've got some stuff that's, it's a bit like this Rogue Drones kind of logo here, but it's awesome. I'm very, very excited. I've been describing it as literally the best thing we've ever spent money on as a company. It's cool. As I say, this will be possibly the last alpha stream with the current art. We'll have to see what happens. But let me just get this into focus. There we go. So, in fact, let me embiggen this as well. There we go. I'll move up to the corner. So this is the idea. We decided to make a game about all of the drone havoc that happened at the airport. Just sort of adjust my audio balance here slightly. The idea is you work at an airport, all of these drones have turned up, and management won't pay to get it actually sorted out. But no problem, you think, what I'll do is I'll get a stun gun, duct tape it onto a drone, and then just fly that around and zap things. So just as an example of what we're kind of doing here, we've got our drone here, and the way that this works is it's sort of a cross between sort of like the drone bits out of Watch Dogs plus the kind of the feel of Flappy Bird a little almost. I can tilt the drone in particular directions to tell it where to go, and then I just apply thrust. So if I'm tilted left and thrust, I go left. If I'm pointing straight up, I go straight up. But as soon as you're not using thrust, you're falling back down. So if you want to kind of stay level, you got to put it on gently or sort of pulse it on and off. And then there's some bad drones flying around. Ooh, zoom straight past him. I meant to do that. I was aiming for this one. So I'm just going to try and get up to this guy here and zap it with my stun gun. And then I get some very supportive messages from my boss there, who just isn't really up for this at all and wants to, skive off and play golf or whatever. So you might have noticed a couple of minor changes here. So things like we've got a slightly improved drone model here. This is still a bit of a placeholder, but I've made the stun gun look a little bit nicer, and I fixed the UI on there, so the actual meter on the sort of on the stun gun itself actually charges up now properly. Hey there, hey Anthony. Yeah, watching Bob and this simultaneously. Yeah, I mean, seriously, this stuff that Bob's done, I mean, it's amazing. We've never actually paid someone to do art for us before. I've always said, nah, it's not worth it. I'll just knock something together in house. Then the thing is, watching him do the UI today, he's done like the sort of the health gauges and charge gauges in the corner, and he's been doing the radar today. And I'm looking at this now, and it just looks pants. I mean, compared to what we were looking at earlier, it's amazing. It's just someone who knows what they're doing. It makes such a difference. So yeah, we've had a few sort of other minor changes. I'll just kind of do a little bit of gameplay here for anyone who's not seen how this works before. So we've got like different types of drones. Got a bit of debug text on here at the minute, so I can just see what their names are if I need to go and look them up in the game when I'm debugging it. So I'm just trying to chase these down as quickly as possible. We've got different classes, like there's fast, balanced, and slow ones. I mean, I've been playing this game for like 3 weeks now, and I'm still terrible at it. There we go. So we've got sort of differences in like how far they tilt. So basically, how fast they zoom around the place. Just missed him. So like a balanced one will only tilt a bit. A slow one just sort of vaguely tilts over, so they move pretty slowly. The fast ones tilt right the way over, and they'll kind of storm over to where they're going as fast as they can, but then they sometimes crash into the ground a bit because they're concentrating on moving sideways too much. So yeah, this is kind of the idea really. So you see these boys kind of zooming around over here. The AI for these is quite basic, so they drive a drone like I do. They just kind of point in the direction they want to go and then thrust, and yeah, basically bash into things. I was going to fix it, but it kind of entertains me if I'm honest, so I might just leave it in like that. So yeah, this is the basic idea. There's going to be sort of like airport style obstacles. You got to fly around, get the drones dealt with as quickly as possible. In fact, just to show what it looks like at the end, I'll just try. Oh, crash into the plane. I'll just try and finish these off quickly before I show off the new things for this week. So one of the things that we're all about is Mixplay. If you've just come over from Interference and Chill, which is the interactive drawing stream that Ferret, who's in the chat, does every Wednesday over on mixer.com/interference, 6:30 PM UK time. We've added interactive Mixplay features into one of our other games, which is a drawing and describing game. And it lets the Mixer audience mess about with the palette or disable the undo buttons, things like that. And it's really popular, and it's hilarious. So we're all about Mixplay now, and we are adding features into this game from the very start to allow, yeah, as Ferret's just said, to allow the audience to troll the player. So we're kind of going for a bit of UI here. Again, this will probably be replaced at some point. But your feedback, like your scores and things, come in the form of a slightly sarcastic tabloid newspaper. Airport security takes 5.5 minutes to disable rogue drones. They should just get on with it, claims random passerby. With some amazing clickbait headlines there, which we're now randomizing actually, although ironically that's the one that everyone saw last week. Bunnery, who writes our content and does our creative stuff, has been busy making headlines and things for this. So if I start this up again and press that, I I think that's worked. I haven't actually got a browser open, so I can't see. But hopefully you should have a set of Mixplay buttons appear now. Oh yeah, there we go. So we've added in some new interactions you can do. So this is radar interference, where normally my radar shows exactly where... Okay, everyone's pressing... now I'm crashing into the ground. Everyone's pressing all of the buttons at once. Normally the radar shows exactly... Yeah, okay, maybe I need more cooldowns on these. This is a bit excessive. Awesome. Oh, I love Mixplay. I'm just going to have to park up for a minute. Yeah, the idea is you control the player a bit by... Oh, tannoy announcement. Oh, hang on, am I stuck in the building? No, there we go. Let's just park up over here for a moment. So, yeah, the idea is Mixplay allows you to actually trigger things to happen in the game rather than... I mean, you know, people use Mixplay for soundboards, you know, play a sound, make a GIF pop up, whatever. And we're starting to see interesting things like... on Fortnite or Apex or whatever, maps that you can click on to vote for a drop location, but it's still just up to the streamer if they actually do it. And on the subject of BobDuckNWeave, who's been doing the art, one of the things he has on his Mixplay panel for doing Battle Royale games is a set of things like do a barrel roll, where when someone presses that, he has to spin around in his chair, or I forget what the actual command is, but there's one that's turn your controller upside down and play with it upside down. And I was kind of inspired by that to do some things that actually you don't have a choice, the game just does it. So you've just seen a few of them there. So we've got things like radar interference now. So my radar, if you look at it now, even though I'm not close to all of the drones, you can see them around the edge. But if someone presses that radar interference button, it should cut the range so that I can only see drones on there that are within sort of 20 meters in game. So I actually have to try and look for them. Oh, thank you, Misplay Spirit. And if I get a bit closer, they should appear on the radar. We've also got things like slow charging on the stun. So that normally takes about 2 seconds or so. I forget the exact value. Yeah, the audience can go, okay, right, he's just taken a shot. Let's mess with him and make it take longer to recharge now. So if I'm waiting to kind of take another shot on something, you can make it harder for me. Yeah, flipping the radio interference flips the controls. See, I'm getting the hang of it now. Look, I'm playing with... Oh, no, I'm not. I'm playing with inverted controls, so my thrust stick is backwards, my rotation's backwards, and tilt as well. And then it'll confuse me when it goes back to normal in a moment. Oh, yeah, there we go, like that. So Misplay Spirit has brought in a crosswind here. You can see the arrow on my radar. If I don't do anything, I'm just kind of going in that direction. So I've got to work against that. It affects the AI controlled drones as well, actually. But it makes it a bit harder to actually hit these. So the idea is, you know, I might be lining up a perfect shot and then someone presses radio interference and suddenly my perfect shot goes wrong as I crash the drone into the ground or something. So you see, I'm expecting it now though, so it won't be as funny. So there we go. Now my stun gun's broken, so I'm going to have to improvise and try and melee this guy, because you can actually damage them just by hitting them. Well, I say that. It's even more difficult. Maybe I should pick an... Oh, what's going on? Everything's backwards. Honestly, I make this game and I still can't get used to it. Oh, come on. I'm just going to wait for it to run out. There we go. Right, okay, right. Oh, yes, we should do that. If you get too close to the turbine, maybe you can't get sucked in, but maybe it... Come on, here we go. Bash, no. Maybe you can't get sucked in, but maybe it generates wind that sort of pushes you around. I say wind, you know, airflow. Oh, see. Okay, we've got someone else in the audience who's not signed in. So this supports at the moment anonymous Mixplay interactions. So you don't have to be signed in. But as somewhat, there we go. I actually got him there. Oh, it wasn't quite enough to take him down. There we go. Melee attack. So yeah, if I'd had a stun malfunction, that would have been the only way I could take him down. So that was totally worth the effort. So yeah, again here, like these drones ahead of me aren't appearing on the radar now until I get a bit closer. I should probably throttle how quickly these things can be pressed. So yeah, like we've got the slow. I've got upside down. Oh, hang on, my drone's about to blow up. And my controls are backwards, and there's wind. Oh, okay, right. I'm going to have to land really carefully here because I've only got one health. So, what I've been fiddling about with is, just got away with it. What I've been fiddling about with here is that the drone doesn't recover health while it's in the air. So if you take damage, you need to actually land before your health will start recovering. And as you might have noticed, I've done some things like, just for a laugh, put on sort of smoke and sparks as you start getting damaged. I mean, it's all, again, kind of placeholder art, just to, there we go, that'll do, just to sort of give a bit of a feel for what we're planning. Yeah, I should kind of make pressing one of the buttons set a cooldown on all of them. But, you know, this is why we do these alpha things, so that we can kind of fix balancing issues like that. Time out the one for 30 seconds, time out the others for 15. Yeah, the way that the cooldowns work at the moment is... easy, they all ran out at the same time. Is the length of the status effect, the cooldown for the button is just twice that. Hang on. I thought my controls were still backwards there. So, you know, I'm having to fight across this to avoid getting blown out of the way. I mean, if I'm actually trying to do my job here and shoot some of these things... okay, so, yeah, my stun's broken again now. Oh, yeah, there we go. One hit and down. Yeah, I mean, maybe we should kind of adjust the timeouts a bit more so they can't overlap. I mean, that solves the problem with all of the messages getting covered up as well. But just trying to catch up with things that were said in the chat earlier. I like that... Straight into the ground. And into the plane. The idea that the name of the person pressing the button is called out in the by the boss or the message or whatever it's coming from. Yeah, I mean, I quite like that as an idea. If you've watched Interference and Chill, you'll see that you get a little shout out on screen when you like mess with Ferret's palette or disable or undo. And I thought this was quite a nice way to get shout outs into it. You know, oh, there's a hacker calling themselves Mixer username here. Messing with the signals, or, you know, Storm, hey Anthony is coming in. Yeah, there we go. So, like, you know, Storm, anonymous user is approaching. Don't crash the drone. I can't remember if we had them last week, actually, but we've got different NPCs that you get messages from now as well. So it doesn't just all come from the boss. There's like an air traffic control sort of meteorologist guy who tells you about storms and things. There's like an IT manager, network manager, who tells you about hackers for if your controls get flipped, that kind of stuff. So yeah, hey Anthony saying maybe have a restore all function, costs more sparks, cools down all the others for 30 seconds. Yeah, I mean that's quite a good idea. I mean, it's something we've talked about for Interference and Chill, and I've just never quite got around to doing it. For anyone who's just joining us, Interference and Chill is the interactive version of our drawing game, which you can find at playinterference.com. Every week, Wednesday, 6:30 PM UK time, Ferret does a stream where she draws live on stream, and then you can kind of interfere with what's happening by messing with her palette or turning off her undo, that kind of stuff. And one of the things we're thinking... Oh, I would have totally got him if it wasn't for that wind. Oh, now I've got to make it count, because otherwise it's going to take ages to get another shot. Hang on. Ah! Yeah, it's just not going to happen. But yeah, one of the things that was suggested for Interference and Chill was... Well, we don't have a name for it, but a sanctuary button. So you can press that and it protects the streamer from other effects for like 30 seconds or whatever. Like Anthony says, something that just fires the cooldown on all of the other Mixplay buttons. So, you know, maybe that costs more, but it lets you protect. Yeah, protect. Yeah. I mean, you know me, I like putting complicated names on things, so, you know, why just have an interactive quiz? No, we need to call it Zeitgeist, because we do an interactive quiz that's based on the week's drawings from Interference, you know, so, and they kind of are always a bit topical, yeah, I'll call it Zeitgeist, which has just kind of led to people saying the stream thing with the German name. So, you know, I do overcomplicate things. I'm trying to melee this guy while... Oh, okay, my drone's getting slightly trashed. I might just need to park it up for a moment. Oh, that was a bit hard. There we go. But yeah, I mean, we could just have Protect. I think everyone would know exactly what that meant. Ah, okay, now this is interesting. Because I'm sliding along the ground, the game thinks I'm moving, so my drone isn't actually recovering. So that's quite interesting. I don't know if I should patch that or not. But yeah, so as I say, we haven't done... We've been kind of focused on the art, really, this week, which, you know, obviously you can't actually see here, although if you scroll up in the chat a bit, there's a link to BobDuckNWeave's channel, and he's got he's got VODs of the work that he's done on the art so far. It's really awesome. You should go and check it out. Yeah, really regretting not setting those cooldowns properly. Never mind. So yeah, we haven't kind of done a massive amount of visible stuff here. As I say, we got the Mixplay things. Some of these new things like stun malfunction, radar interference, and stun slow charge, or whatever I called it. But I was having a play about with. One of the suggestions we had last week was sort of different times for the levels, different times of day, I mean. So I've been fiddling about doing a night version of this. Yeah, there we go, came straight towards me. Oh, thank you for the host there, Anthony. One day I will actually get used to this control flip, and then I won't immediately try and crash into the ground. Oh, it wasn't even a control flip, it was just the wind. That's why I was confused. So yeah, we tried doing a night mode of this. It's not kind of... Oh, yeah, well, I just asked for that, really, didn't I? Thanks, Ferret. Yeah, we did a night version of this map, so things like we swapped out the skybox for a night one. I say skybox, sky dome. Oh, was it not you? Oh no, it was anonymous. Sorry. I just assumed it was you. No, you know what it is, actually, I've just realised, is for some reason, when I see the Network Manager ID badge, I associate it with you now. I think because you were pressing it so much last week. Or maybe it looks slightly like you, I don't know. I was just wondering if it's gonna pop up now. I don't know. In fact, I suppose I should probably put a spark cost on these as well. That would kind of reduces the amount that you can press it. Yeah, for some reason, whenever I see that pop up, it just makes me think of you, Ferret. Can we make them look even more like you? Yeah, we should get us into these. Yeah, that's a great idea. We'll do that. All of them look like Ferret. Not entirely convinced. Oh, unless you mean that's the Easter egg, is you just have ferret mode. Oh, okay, there we go. I've actually trashed the drone. I should make it so the health stops at 0. That would probably be a good idea. There we go, minus 35. I've got smoke and everything. I should also make it actually have an end game state when that happens. Because now I just have to quit and then restart it. Yeah, or maybe we could have ferret mode on your birthday. Or on my birthday, everyone has a beard or something, or something for Bunnery as well. Yeah. This could work. This could be quite fun. Also, all of those things. Yeah. We should get on that. Yeah, I forget what I was. I forget what I was even talking about. I've got all sidetracked now. Oh yeah, so we were doing a night mode of this, just trying out things like little flashing navigation lights on the drones and on the planes and things. And it looks all right, but I haven't quite got the feel of it right. it feels like it's missing something. So I wasn't quite ready to show it off. Maybe a different dev stream will have that on there. Yeah, Mike's saying it's fun being the dev, getting to put all the Easter eggs in. Yeah, I mean, we don't tend to have that many Easter eggs in Interference. A lot of little tiny things like that kind of ended up getting just not making it across into the latest update because we were short on time. But yeah, we should be getting stuff like that in. Yeah, exactly. I was going to say we should like get a Vidatka Easter egg in here. We should get some kind of cross memeage from our different games. An underwater mode. Well, that could work. Vidatka Air. Yes. Vidatka. No. Yes, we could do that. Unlocking different airports. Yeah, that's the plan. I mean, at the moment we've just been sort of working on the kind of the mechanics of the game, trying to get the handling to feel nice, and you know, like the actual stunning of things. As I keep saying, this is kind of, you know, placeholder art. You know, my terrible particle effects here, but you know, it kind of gives the idea. But you know, I'm quite happy with kind of how it feels. No one's actually had chance to play this aside from myself, Bunnery, and Ferret yet. But because we're crazy, we're going to be exhibiting it at EGX Rezzed. No, not next month. The start of April. So about 6 weeks away, 5 weeks away. Because you know, why not? We're crazy. We only started work on this about 3 weeks ago. But you know, YOLO. It's a laugh, isn't it? So yeah, we're just kind of trying to get it to feel kind of nice. But the plan is to do stuff like that, multiple levels. This is internally, this is Heathwick Airport. You know, Heathrow, Gatwick, because of what was happening in the UK. Hence why, you know, these things down here are driving on the left. I just automatically put vehicles on the left, obviously. But yeah, you know, we could do other airports, other sort of locations. I mean, things like maybe some kind of sport thing, a stadium maybe. There's some sort of, I don't know, rugby match, football game, whatever on, and people are playing about with drones, and you've got to come in and take them out before someone gets hit by them or whatever. Zoo animals? Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, you could actually. I mean, sort of any location that looks interesting, I think could work. Oh, hello there. How are you doing, Bun? It's alright, Bunnery's here as well now. It is, it's boiling up here. I need to open the window, I think. Oh, Ferret says Bunnery. We've got a few people here. We've got Hey Anthony's here. Misplaced Spirit was around earlier as well, and Mike from Bob Streams has been here. Been watching Interference and Chill as well. Yes, so we're just talking about Easter eggs we can put in. So things like, you know, we should maybe get a Vidatka Air or something. You know, kind of do some custom skins for these planes. Actual eggs, that could work. Yeah, maybe there's like an actual egg, and then you zap it, and then interesting things happen.
Maybe you have to land your drone without breaking it.
Sorry, what was that?
Maybe you have to land a drone without breaking it.
Well, yeah, I don't know how well my mic picks up Bunnery, but she suggested something where you have to land a drone without breaking an egg. Now, one of the suggestions we had last week that I quite liked, so I've put it into our plan. I mean, it's... sorry, can I just move that forward slightly? It's not actually definitely happening, but it's on my list of things to have a look at, is some sort of package delivery mode or kind of similar to that. So you have something kind of suspended underneath the drone, and you're given drop-off points, and you've got to take this thing over and, you know, land in the... you know, land over here or something without breaking it. So we'd kind of apply some physics to the drone and to the package underneath, and you need to kind of not tear around too much, because if you suddenly change direction, it's going to kind of swoosh about and break. But we, yeah, I mean, you know, I think it could be quite fun. Kind of, you know, we could sort of randomize that a bit. Packages appear at random locations, and you've got to take them around. Perhaps not suitable for an airport. Maybe we could do a different kind of location or something, or, you know, a factory or something like that. Yeah, I mean, thinking about it, there's no reason why this couldn't be inside. If it was, a big enough factory. We've actually got a big distribution centre nearby here for Sainsbury's, one of the UK supermarkets. It's this big place run by DHL, and we actually got to go on a tour and look at the tech and systems there. It was really interesting. So much automation. It was amazing. But the building. Oh yeah, we've even got like a little some souvenirs. There you go. We got a little notepad and things from DHL on a pallet. With a little wooden pallet. Very cool. But where I'm going with it, the place was massive. I mean, you could have drones running inside there. So that could work. Yeah, Nazamo. No one would notice that. It would be fine, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Or
like the Nile.
or Nile. Yeah, some kind of river reference, perhaps. So yeah, that could be quite cool. But the situation that we're in at the moment is we're kind of doing this mode and this location. So internally we're calling this airspace defence, but we'll come up with something snappier perhaps. And this Heathwick area for showing this off at Resd in April, because we wanted to kind of get something a bit polished so we could say, look, this is what we're thinking of, but this is just a very thin slice. So we'd like to expand it to different locations, but also different modes. So things like the delivery idea, maybe some sort of this is almost kind of a time attack thing. You can see on my just under my radar there, I've got a timer and a best time for the day. So I want to try and beat 5:23. In fact, maybe if I quit this and start it again, maybe I should try and beat 5:23. And then this is where everyone's going to start trolling me with Mixplay. Oh yes, that's an awesome drone. Yes, we should do that as a DLC or an unlockable or something. Sorry, Bunnery's just missed the GIF, but it was like a drone with like a big smiley face kind of thing attached to it. It was cool. Yeah, Misplay Spirit saying tight obstacle course for learning how to fly better. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking kind of races or something like that. Fly through the checkpoints, fly through the rings, that kind of thing. And potentially using that as a training mode. But also, I think it would work quite well anyway. I mean, I play a lot of the Lego games, and they're always having races and things like that. And Lego game races are really annoying. But it does kind of teach you good control of your character or whatever. Fly through sewer tunnels. Yeah, I mean, could be. I mean, if anyone's played Watch Dogs 2, they have drones in. I totally meant to do that. Yeah, I was just trying to demonstrate doing a melee there. I wasn't just distracted looking at chat. I want to come and finish him off with a melee now. There we go. Get down. Oh, yeah. Yeah, would work for both training and allow for a high scoreboard. Yeah, exactly. Because one of the things we've learnt through other games is anything... I think some of them got stuck in here somewhere. Yeah, there's one there. Yeah, I need to sort out my camera so that it doesn't kind of clip like this. There we go. Is there another one here? Oh. Yeah, one of the things we've learnt from our other games... How did that even get there? Oh, now I've bashed the drone into the wall too much. I forgot that it takes damage now, yeah. Okay, well, I'm not going to beat that best time. Let's just try that again. I need to put a restart button in as well. But yeah, anything where you have a high score table, anything that encourages people to try and beat a score, click the floor there, really gets people playing things over and over again. On Interference, our drawing game, there's the concept of once you see a completed game and all of the drawings in it, you can go and like the items that you like, and we have weekly leaderboards for likes, and as soon as we put those in, people, like the amount of drawings we're seeing each week went up loads, because people were like, I want to get on this leaderboard, I want to draw more stuff. Yeah, as Anthony's saying in the chat, I mean, yeah, Anthony's very popular, so he's on the leaderboard a lot there. And in fact, if any of you follow Ferret on Mixer, she was doing a Just Dance stream earlier where she was trying to beat some scores that I set on Just Dance last weekend. Ferret says, shh. Oh, okay. But there is something competitive about someone setting a high score that you can't quite beat, and it makes you want to keep doing it until you beat it. Anyway, yes. Yeah, anything with a number where you can try and get a higher number or a lower number. So, like, you know, this timer. Unless I make a really big mess of this, I'm pretty confident. Oh, I just zoomed past one there. Where's he? I'm pretty confident I can get away with doing this in under 5.5 minutes. Oh, well, there we go. That was rubbish, wasn't it? I've just realised the reason no one is trolling me is because the Mixplay stuff resets between level loads, because I haven't set it to reconnect automatically. So what we'll do is we'll call this a control case, and then we'll see how well I can do this with you able to press the buttons. I'm trying to be a bit of a smartass there and finish on a melee by accident, but no, let's just take him out. There we go. 217. Nice. There we go. I will enable some trolling there. What was that, sorry?
I said, did your cat win the lottery, though?
Did my cat win the lottery? Yes. I was saying about how you've been writing some content for the newspaper, and so we've got more entertaining clickbait headlines. Oh, it's on the ground. Yeah, no, I can't cope with this. Oh. So, yeah, if anyone hasn't seen the Mixplay bits yet, if you've only just joined us, we're all about Mixplay here. So this is our first game where we're planning Mixplay in from the very start of it, because I'm convinced it's the future. And you watch things like this, or Interference and Chill, or our interactive Mixplay quiz that we do every Sunday, 7 PM UK time, over on mixer.com/interference. I'm even wearing the shirt here. Yeah, you start watching streams where I thought the game had broken then because my gun wasn't working, but it was actually a Mixplay thing. Right, I'm going to have to make this one count, because otherwise it's going to take ages to reach it. That was good timing, whoever that was. Misplaced Spirit, that was perfect timing. Yeah, I find that, you start kind of watching... Oh, I need to land for a minute here, I think. Oh, let's just let that recover for a moment. Yeah, I start thinking like, oh, I'm enjoying this stream, but I want to press a button and see something happen. Yeah, we're really into that. You think about having the drones follow you, attack you back. Yeah, so one of the things I want to do in airspace defense is maybe have some of the drones be a bit smarter and actually try to evade you. But I'd also like to do a flipped version of this, where you're the interloper and you're being chased by security drones. Kind of like an evasion mode. So you are... Oh, got caught in the grass there. So... you maybe have to see how long you can avoid the drones for. So, I see, I was ready for that one. I'm kind of zooming around. I can't really do any kind of precision flying here because I'll just crash immediately. But, I can see the other drones coming towards me, and I might, if I just wait for this to calm down here. There we go. So, I'm like, oh no, hang on, there's one right behind me. I know. I'll go under here because I know that the security drones can't kind of corner as well as me, or they're not quite as responsive. There we go, I've managed to lose it now, that kind of thing. So you could be pulling kind of cool stunts to try and get away from them, but equally, if you're going along and then bashing into the ground, you don't want to damage your drone too much. And of course, as demonstrated there, let's just park up and recover for a minute. As demonstrated there, you could be about to pull off some amazing dodge, and then someone in the audience is like, nope, and you just crash because your controls have flipped. I mean, obviously these things would be able to be disabled by the streamer on a interaction by interaction basis. If they weren't up for someone flipping the controls, they could turn it off, because you don't want to put people off the game. But frankly, it's hilarious. Because, I mean, it's always funny. it's still funny to me. So yeah, talking about having the drones attack you. So yeah, some kind of evasion mode where maybe you're against the clock, or you have to visit a set of checkpoints, or I don't know. Maybe we fit your attacking drone with a camera instead of a stun gun, and you have to like get to certain locations and take a photo or something. I don't know. I feel like we need to kind of skirt around anything that might make the Daily Mail call it a terrorist training simulator. But on the other hand, that would probably be some great press and marketing. So maybe. I'd also like to do some stuff like free marketing. Yeah, exactly, Ferret. So yeah, like, you know, you're chasing the drones are chasing you. As has been mentioned a few times on Bob's stream today and yesterday, things like multiplayer. So maybe there's 10 drones, but they're all human controlled. I like the idea of maybe a sort of a British bulldog kind of vampire. Oh, easy. Oh, you can hear my. There you go. That's my Tannoy announcement. So yeah, some kind of idea where there's, say, 9 rogue drones, and then one player is a security drone, and as they take out a rogue drone, that player respawns as a security drone. So the balance of the team gradually shifts from security being outnumbered to the rogues being outnumbered. So the person that's best at evasion ends up with more and more players chasing them. Yeah, drone teams, 3 lives and you're out. Yeah, you know, like the old kind of modes like that we used to have in, you know, Unreal Tournament or whatever, where you'd have like 10 lives and like last man standing. I mean, you know, there's other things we could potentially do. I'm trying to behave and not get carried away and mention the thing that I always start going on about. Oh, great! Now my gun's balked. Let's just see if I can melee him. So one of the things you... I was getting pretty close there, actually. One of the... yeah, I got like everything happening. Oh, no, now it's... there we go. Seeing it's all going to expire at the same time, and then I'm just going to crash into the floor again. Ooh. Oh, no, there we go, I had it that time. No chance of beating that 2-minute best time there, is it? Yeah, there we go. One of the things I haven't mentioned this time, if you haven't seen this before, the idea is you've had to duct tape a stun gun to a drone because your boss won't pay for any proper anti-drone tech. That's kind of our story. But it does mean, and I'm not sure if we should keep this in or not, or if it's a bit too annoying, but because the stun gun is actually taped to the drone, as the drone tilts, your shot also tilts. So excellent trolling there, thank you. You know, if you're tilted up, the shot will go up. So if you're, say, chasing a drone, so let's say I'm chasing this guy here, I can't just take a shot at them whilst I'm chasing them, because it will just go straight down. So let me just sort of come up to one here. So like, if I go past this guy, I'm shooting down. So what you need to get in the habit of doing is kind of coming up to them and then flicking your nose back up a bit. Oh, this is quite difficult with the wind, actually, at that angle. Oh yeah, that's awesome. In that it's annoying, which is awesome. Oh, perfect. Yeah, that worked really well. So yeah, I'm having to kind of like get in position and then make sure I'm facing forwards. So I don't know if we should keep that in. It might be a bit too annoying, but it does kind of add a little bit of extra challenge. I mean, or the way around it is to try and approach the thing sideways, because if you're tilting sideways, your shot still goes forward. So if I can kind of get down to the level of this and then swing past him sideways, I can stun him there. Just going back to something that was said earlier, I do like Hey Anthony's idea of getting some force generated off these engines here. Perhaps not enough to actually suck you into the engine and... Oh, shouldn't have done that. Well, I mean, maybe that would be quite funny, actually. Just take massive damage off it. But, you know, I should be having to thrust back here to stay away from that. And obviously the other way. Yeah, thrust, reverse thrust. So, you know, if I need to get down here, I need to be... You know, I need to be really tilting into that, perhaps. But then, of course, as soon as you're out of the stream of it, because I mean, I guess that would be sort of cone shaped, really. You know, I'm really pressing forward as I'm here, but then once I get out of it, suddenly I'm shooting forward because I'm kind of overcompensating for it. But yeah, you know, I feel like it's coming along quite nicely. And as I say, this is the point we're at where we've been doing this for 3 weeks now, maybe, and not even full time, really. We've managed to get a little bit of cash put towards this, hence why we're actually paying for art and things now. So we've got enough money for me to work on this month and next month, to go to the show, to pay for the art and some odds and ends of things like that. So yeah, we're just kind of seeing how far we can take it, put it in front of people, see what they think. But that's part of the idea of doing these streams. It's kind of interesting saying, all right, look, this is what we've done this week. We made a thing where you can disable the... I might just try and recover a bit of health here. Ooh, bash into the ground and lose health to recover health. Yeah, I like being able to say, all right, look, we've done this thing now. You can mess about with the charge time of the gun, and then does it work? And people can kind of, well, obviously what we've learned today, when you press 1, the others need to have... Yeah, exactly. So this applies a multiplier to the charge time, so it takes twice as long if the slow recharge is on. And you know, I feel like that works quite well. But as we've learned, pressing 1 should trigger a cooldown on the others. I mean, we're also trying to kind of stick with the maybe not a comedy angle, but you know, light-hearted, because that, you know, that covers us for, oh, I can't believe you made a game about all of this bad stuff that happened at the airports. Because I mean, okay, people's holidays got messed up. You know, it wasn't the end of the world. It was annoying, but you know, nothing terrible happened. But also, I think if someone saw this, they'd be like, oh, okay, actually, this is a bit silly. It's kind of funny. Yeah, so been selling dodgy stun guns. So what I've tried to do is these messages that come through, we've tried to kind of keep them kind of entertaining as well. So things like, it's not just, oh, your stun gun has been disabled. It's the boss radios you to confess, oh, actually, yeah, I bought these off some shady guy at the pub. And as we mentioned before, giving the audience shout out there because everybody likes to see their name. So, you know, I saw Hey Anstey trying to charge their phone with your stun gun earlier. Have they messed up the battery? Just because I like the idea of someone sort of going like, getting their phone and a stun gun and being like, what's the worst that can happen? You know, it was like a Nokia 5110, it would be fine, I'm sure. But yeah, you know, we're sort of going for that kind of angle. As I say, I like the idea of... Oh, I would have got him, honestly. I mean, is that a thing? Does that localise well? Buying something off a dodgy person in the pub? Does that happen in other countries? Or should we go, you know, they're off the back of a lorry? Do people say that overseas? Obviously, we're all based in the UK, so maybe not stun guns. Yeah, to be fair, probably... Well, I mean, having said that, I can imagine here, in some dodgy pubs, someone going around going, alright mate, want to buy a stun gun? Could happen. One of the guys I used to work with randomly came in with a stun gun one day. Yeah, Matt the second. Yeah, I feel like you shouldn't have had to ask that. He's the kind of person that would do it. He's like, Bread, can I test my stun gun on you? Like, no. Why would you ever think I was going to say yes to that? Yeah, back off the truck. Yeah, you know, fell off the back of the lorry. Or, well, truck. That's probably more international, isn't it? I think maybe. At least he asked first. This is true. To be fair, I shouldn't complain. Yeah. Um, he did try to. I think it might have been on Far Cry Friday because we used to play Far Cry in the afternoons at work. I was a network manager and I had a team of IT techs. Um, so yeah, we'd play Far Cry on Fridays, and he did try to get it into, first to 10 frags gets to use the stun gun on the loser, and I'm like, no, this is a bad idea. Kids, these things aren't toys. I don't know what happened to it in the end. I mean, I don't even know how he got the thing. Presumably, he did just buy it off some. Anthony, you have perfect timing with that. I mean, you can obviously identify when I'm actually aiming for one, and then it's like, here we go, hold, and disable. I mean, talking about interference and chill again, Bunnery and I did interference and chill the last 2 weeks because Ferret wasn't well, and yeah, I feel really bad for all of these things. Ferret's been doing the things with the Mixplay stuff for, well, it was Halloween we put it in, so it's been a few months now, and I've just been there like, disable, undo, lol, take away the palette, lol, and then people were doing it to me, and I felt really bad. But I've noticed some of the regulars, like Anthony, have perfect timing. Of you go, oh, I'll just put a bit of red on the, and then just as you're about to press it, they're like, monochrome palette, and yeah. And I mean, I know that most of this stream is me enthusing about Mixplay because I love Mixplay and FTL and all this, but yeah, Mixplay and FTL, it's awesome because you're watching the stream and you know that is literally what's happening right now. I mean, I think I checked, and our average stream lag on interference and chill is about a quarter of a second or so. So if you're seeing, say, Ferret about to press a colour, and you press the Mixplay button, you know that you're actually going to get it before she clicks it. And, I mean, you just can't do that without the combination of real-time and Mixplay. I love it. It's awesome. And I keep almost saying about the thing that I'm not meant to say about, but I keep catching myself. So yeah, we might have something interesting to talk about next week. Who knows? You missed that one, but fortunately, I actually missed the drone as well. Oh, I've forgotten to disable the lights on the terminal building here after I was playing about with. No, controls reversed. Yeah, I was messing about with doing emissive lights for the night level, so the terminal building was casting light out, and I've forgotten to turn it off. Yeah, I think actually maybe it does look a bit better. It still catches me when the status effects wear off. I'm like, okay, my controls are flipped, so I need to press down to go up. Oh no, I don't. Yeah. Sometimes latency's in your favour. Wouldn't be the same without delays. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Mixplay, I mean, it's awesome. We were having this discussion last week, I think, and we were talking about, we were previously doing a bit of dev, messing about with. You're all about that. Yeah, and again, that's because you identified I was going to try and go after that. I still got him though. Yeah, check out my drone skills. But yeah, I mean, we were tinkering around with building some stream stuff for other platforms, and as soon as we started doing Mixplay, getting more into Mixplay, I'm like, I'm not interested. If it's not real time, if you can't press a button and actually basically troll the streamer, or do something nice, like with interference and chill, if you're feeling nice, you can give Ferret extra time, because we didn't want it to all be harsh. With this, we could have things like maybe a fast recharge, so you can just take multiple shots, or maybe a we love you too, double stun guns, or maybe a speed boost or something like that, or maybe cause engine failures in the bad drones or something like that, so you can kind of like you'd be able to slow that down so I could get up and hit it easier. EM pulse, yes, yeah, you could like fly. Honestly, I love talking about this on stream with people in an audience going, oh, you know what you should do? That. Yeah, that'd be great. I can sort of go into like a little swarm of them. One of you presses the EMP button. All that. and fires off a little EMP. That would be cool. Because then it's almost sort of two-way. Then the streamer can be kind of doing strategy with the audience. Like, okay, guys, right, I'm going to go over here. There's there's 5 of them together. I'll storm in. One of you hit the pulse button. All right, okay, right, EMP now, and then we take out 5 of them at once, and everyone's working together, and then Ferret presses reverse controls and the whole thing goes wrong or something. But to be fair, she has a lot of credit for trolling me on Mixplay after all of the interference and chill she's done. But yeah, I feel like it just makes everything so much more engaging. And switching sort of tack on it slightly to talk about kind of it from a business point of view, we're interested in people playing the games that we make, and so we're interested in people streaming the games, because if say someone is streaming it, I mean, I don't know, let's say Bob, because Bob was getting excited about this. I should definitely be the announcer for reverse controls. I've earned it. Yeah, this is true. Oh, I think you missed earlier. What we might do is actually have the people on the ID badges. Maybe we should actually put us into it, or interference players and things like that. It could be quite cool. In this art style though, just like swap out the hair or something. Get like a quality beard on the boss. That could be me or something. Yeah, messed up the controls when you get too many Jaffa cakes at the control panel. Nice. From our point of view, I mean, just using, say, Bob as an example, he's really excited about this because, it's the first time he's done art for a game. And, he's all like, yeah, I've watched, I haven't been able to play it yet because there's no playable version, but I've watched Bread do a stream and yeah, it's cool. I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, from our point of view, if, say, Bob streams this, he's got like a regular audience of people who are watching it. I mean, when he was doing his creative stream, doing the art earlier, I think there were 30 people on average watching that. And so if we can make a game that encourages streamers to have a look at it, because it's more interactive than other things, it's a bonus for us, because then, say if Bob is playing this, 30 people are seeing it and they're like, okay, that looks kind of fun, I might check that out. And especially like anyone who streams, you're like, okay, well, I could play this indie game, or I could play the indie game where my audience can mess about with me and we can all have a good laugh together. I wonder if this radar interference thing Bob suggested on the stream earlier, I can't even see any of these guys now. Actually, that works quite well. He was suggesting maybe we should have it sort of the radar kind of glitches out and everything's kind of rotating incorrectly and things. I say I'm learning. I'm getting the hang of this flip controls. No, not. No, left. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, so I'm not quite sure where to go with this radar interference. I think it might need a little bit of tweaking. But yeah, so Mixplay with streamers and things. From the point of view of partnered streamers, because there'd be a spark cost on the buttons, I mean, that's interesting to them, because partnered streamers are effectively getting paid for people using sparks in the channel. If you haven't seen how this works, they have sort of thresholds. They have a spark crystal, which they fill up through audience interaction, and when it hits a certain level, then they get a few quid basically. But if you're getting lots of interaction through your soundboard or your interactive games or stickers and effects and things, you can get some quite big payouts, like hundreds of pounds. And I mean, we're not kind of expressly targeting that. See, didn't see that coming. Yeah, you thought I was just going past him, but no, that was a drop shot. Yeah, we're not sort of saying, oh well, we're just kind of targeting people and saying, look, if you play this game, it will help fill up your spark crystal. But doesn't hurt, does it? And it's a bit more. I mean, I don't mean to sort of diss soundboards, because they are kind of cool. They give a bit of interesting interaction, and depending on the stuff you've got on them, they can be pretty funny, but something where someone's playing a game and they're properly into it, and then, oh, hang on, no, someone's messed with my, oh no, I can't stun it. So I knew that was coming. I'm just waiting for ferrets. Yeah, there we go. Maybe we should have a leaderboard that's shown at the end of the round for who messed with the player the most. Most radio interferences or something. Yeah, that could be good. But yeah, it's combo interference move. Ooh, combos. Yeah, like two audience members trigger different things. Oh yeah, that could be quite cool. Yeah, it's interesting. I love the idea of pressing something and it actually affecting the game rather than just a sound or a pop up. Yeah, it's cool. So yeah, I mean that's kind of it really. I'm probably just getting a bit carried away talking about Mixplay again, as always happens. I'm quite pleased with how the slow recharge has worked out as well. Again, I'm not sure if the cooldown is too short on that, maybe, because it would really only affect you twice, I think. Because it's got the default 20-second in-game cooldown, so maybe we should make that a bit longer. Or then someone else could press a button to try and recover it, or something like that. I mean, maybe the crosswinds should be stronger, although it is kind of slowing me down quite a bit there. Yeah. Lots of interesting design choices to think about over this week. But yeah, I suppose I should probably try and wrap up there because well, yes, yeah. I'm not okay. Yeah, get value for money. Press everything, all the buttons. That's what we need. Is a GIF you can do on through skills. Press all the Mixplay buttons. Mix all the plays. Am I actually backwards? Yes, I am. But yeah, so I've kind of been going an hour, and I feel like I'm probably starting to repeat myself now. Goal is to get the health bar to 0 now. Well, what you need to do is when I'm sort of trying to get over a building or something, or if I'm quite close to the ground. I think the trick is if you're sort of at the ground, yeah, like that. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, we need a special Mixplay version of that GIF, I think. Alright, let's see if I can... Yeah, we should finish on a win, shouldn't we? Right, I will avoid trying to recover any health. Let's see if we can... Oh, easy. Right, quick, let's do it before... Right. I don't know how much it damages me when I melee them, if I'm honest. Oh, what melee is really hard against the wind. Did I get him? Oh, yeah. No, I just clipped him. I say him. It. Oh, 8%. So, yeah, I'm hoping that maybe next week we'll have the new art in. Or at least we'll be starting to kind of stick some in. Right, okay, I can see it. Let's see if we can get it. Oh! No. Oh, I don't want to hit this, because if I hit the tail, it'll probably finish me off. This is getting tense now. This is getting properly tense. Yeah, but I've got reverse control. Well, at least I can shoot it again now if I can actually get to it. Oh, no! Oh, no, I got slow recharge as well. Oh, whoa, easy. Okay, come on, here we go. There we go. 28 minutes. How to train your cat to win the lottery. Nice. Thank you for the good game. Oh, yeah, two hit points from that clip. Yeah, it's based on... Oh yeah, I should disable the Mixplay stuff during the end of the level as well. Yeah, it's sort of based on your relative impact speed against what you hit. I think it's basically half the the impact force gets taken off your health.
Some random at the airport.
Some random we found at the airport. Yeah, you can tell that I wrote a lot of this text to start with. Here we go. I should embiggen myself slightly. Oh, there you go. You can see Bunnery better now as well. So yeah, hopefully next week we might have some of the new art in, and it's awesome. Really, really cool. If anyone is thinking about, oh, there we go, cool. If you check out the link that Ferret's just posted into the chat there, if you've not seen Bob's stuff, yeah, he's like kind of graphic design. He's an actual graphic designer. So instead of me doing my programmer art, I kind of sent over what we had. And said, these are our kind of concepts. It's a bit like Cops and Robbers. It's sort of a bit crossy road, blocky style, hexagons, that kind of thing. And he just looked at it and was like, yeah, I got this. How about this? Bam. And it was awesome. It was really cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, I should actually set up a bot, or at least teach Ava how to do that. But yeah, you should totally go and check out Bob's channel and look at his past VODs there. I think it's Wednesday today, so it started on Monday. So if you check out the ones from 2 days ago, you can see him doing the logo. And is that right? No, it wasn't. No, Monday was his day off. If you check out the one from yesterday, that was doing the logo. The one from today, UK time, this is doing the UI. So he's done like a new health and stun charge and started doing the radar. It's very cool. We also talk about a few things that might be coming up in this, so concepts for multiplayer, that kind of stuff. It should look awesome when it's done. And of course, as I say, we are for some reason exhibiting this at Rezzed. So if you're in the UK, or if you're really keen, just saying, we will be at Rezzed, which is the 4th to the 6th of April at Tobacco Dock in London. I mean, I'm not saying people are this dedicated, but it's only a short DLR ride from London City Airport.
Coming in your private jets.
Yes, we'll make sure that there aren't any drones there. We have the technology, yes. But it'd be awesome if. My word, you need to sort that out, Ferret. I'm sure they won't mind if you put it back by a week or something. Bring a drone. Well, we might actually bring a drone. There was talk of we should actually fly a drone, but I feel like there'd be a health and safety issue, so perhaps not.
We can hang a drone down.
We might have. Yeah. Oh, this was the one from earlier.
What's that? Oh, that's weird. That's really weird.
Yeah, we should do that. That's a very fancy drone. It's got like a proper camera on a gimbal underneath and all of that. Yeah, I was wondering if our stun gun should be on a gimbal, but gimbal is a word, isn't it? I've not just made that up, have I?
What is a gimbal?
It's like if you have a drone with a camera on, you want it to tilt the camera opposing the way that the drone is tilting, so the camera stays as it is as the drone moves.
So like a gyro.
Yeah, effectively. Yeah, effectively it would be sort of like a gyro mount for your camera, so it stays as it is. But yeah, a gimbal.
They sell them on Amazon?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they do. It's a great word, isn't it? Yeah.
It's found a gimbal.
I sometimes I have this problem being a tech person in that I say words and then I'm like, is that something normal people say? I don't know. But yeah, that drone in the GIF. It had a mounted camera underneath. That's how they get all these really cool kind of sweeping shots when they use drones on TV. The camera is kind of slaved to the drone. Although I think we're not meant to say that anymore, are we? The camera is peered to the drone, so as the drone moves, the camera is kind of matching its movement, so you get a nice smooth shot.
Oh, doggy. You did that. That's really mean. No, it's flown away.
That's awesome. Nice GIF. So we might have a drone on a bit of elastic bouncing around. That's maybe what we can do.
Or your two.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Just I might bring his.
Yes, yes. Yeah, we're going with. There's actually going to be a little crew of us. It's going to be four of us. Mr. Tapestry will be there as well, helping us out. Balloon drone, 90% balloon. Yeah, we could sort of work out something. Yeah. But as I say, it's health and safety. We're going to be in the Tentacle Collective, so there's going to be giant inflatable tentacles around, which now that I say that out loud sounds really weird, but is actually a thing. Yeah. It's a group that it's a studio in the UK. What are they called? Play something. I can't think what they're called now. I've just been saying Tentacle Collective all the time. But yeah, there's a UK studio who they've started block buying floor space at shows and then reselling it to small teams. So yeah, basically we're getting a single expo spot for, I think altogether it'll be half the price of what it would have costed if we dealt directly with the show. Cool. Yes, thank you. So Ferret's posted a link, but they decided that they wanted some inflatable stuff so that it's easy to see from anywhere in the expo hall. Yeah, basically there's all these inflatable tentacles, and so if you say to someone, "Oh yeah, my game's in the tentacle collection," they're like, "What?" and then go in, and there's just these giant green tentacles there. Much more tentacly than I anticipated. Yeah, I'm not joking. But you can see it from anywhere in the hall. So you can say, yeah, go and check us out. You see that big tentacle over there? We're over there. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, it's very cool. Maybe drones will be bad because I don't want to wreck the tentacles by crashing a drone into it. Because that's how I fly the drone. Yeah, yeah. We won't be asked back then. But yeah, so that should be awesome. Really looking forward to it, especially now we've got this art. I mean, honestly, I am really hyped about this art. It's going to be awesome. Dress up as a drone. Well. Previously, Ferret has volunteered to dress up as something for interference at shows. Maybe we could dress her up as a drone. Well, no, I was thinking we could get get a tutu. As sort of like the drone shape, and then some bits, polystyrene rotors kind of sticking out on arms. It'd be great. It'd be great. Yeah. I'll figure it out and get it ordered. Yeah, maybe boxy airport people. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really excited because all of this new art we're going to be putting on the on the banner for the stand and shirts and stuff. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be really awesome. We were looking into getting branded tape as well, although there's a technical difficulty why it might not work, unfortunately. But yeah, we were going to get because you're duct taping stun gun onto a drone, we were going to be giving out little bits of tape. It would be awesome. But unfortunately, the printed tape you get from Sticker Mule, you have to wet it to make it stick onto things.
Not going to be impressed,
and I think it possibly wouldn't work. Yeah, giving out stun guns too.
If we see you in the pub, yeah, we might.
Yeah, if we can find the right person in the pub. I think you get your bag searched going in now, don't you? I'm sure you had your bag searched last time. At EGX. Big EGX they did, yeah. But yeah, I wonder. As I say, I wonder if they'd confiscate a drone off us.
No, not a drone. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. So we're going to be showing it off in about 5 weeks or however long it is, and the plan is we're going to be showing how it's progressing every week on here. So I'll be showing off the weekly build and what new things we've put in, getting your feedback, and then making more changes based on that. So yeah, and it'll be the plan is to keep doing it after Interference and Chill. So you can watch Interference and Chill, troll Ferret a bit with Mixplay, and then pop over here and troll me. So yeah, that would kind of be vengeance. That's why she's pressing the button in here so much, because it's all fresh in her mind from just having happened. Yeah, I'll adjust the cooldowns for you. It'll be all right. I'll make that sanctuary button as well. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to stay on my channel or if we're going to have an actual Rogue Drones channel. I don't know. Well, I grabbed the name just in case. But we don't have many followers on there. But if Ferret's pushing people over from Interference and Chill, maybe that's the way to go anyway. I don't know. But if you'd, if you'd like to see what's going on, I'll be talking about it. So, if you follow this channel or Interference, we'll be mentioning it on both there, and we'll point you in the right direction. Alternatively, RogueDronesGame.com has got, I say all of the info. It's not much info yet. Or Rogue Drones on Twitter. As you can see at the bottom of the stream down there. And so we're going to be doing this weekly update on Wednesdays, but I'm sort of tinkering around with it through the rest of the week. You can also join us on Discord, roguedronesgame.com/discord, and I haven't made a Rogue Drones channel yet, but I should. If you've got any ideas, feel free to pop in there and let us know what you think. But yeah, that's about it for now, because frankly it's really hot up here. I've just looked at my little thermometer thing. It's actually 25 degrees because the office is at the top of the house and the heat just all rises and it gets boiling at the end of the night. So that's about it. I'll wrap it up there. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a great rest of your evening. I will be hosting Zeitgeist, the Interference Quiz of the Week, with Bunnery over on mixer.com/interference, Sunday nights at 7, if you like more Mixplay stuff. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great week, and we will catch up with you soon. Bye.